Hi, my name is Dorine Lamarche, Certified Life Skills Coach, and this is Life Skills Tips. Robert Holden says that the relationship that you have with yourself sets the tone for all other relationships. I really appreciate this quote. I appreciate looking into it and examining what it is about that quote that is true for me. What I've come to understand about my relationship with myself affecting the relationships in my life is that if I am filled with encouragement and affirmation and compassion and kindness towards myself, the person that I know the best, I know all of my dark sides and I know all of my light sides. If I can come at myself with a lot of compassion and understanding, I'm far more capable and able to come at other relationships with other people with that same level of compassion and kindness. If I'm filled with a lot of self-criticism and self-judgment, if I'm filled within myself with unease and unhappiness, it's difficult for me to approach any of the relationships in my life without that harboring an effect on those relationships. And so Robert Holden's quote really affects me and encourages me to spend some time nurturing the relationship that I have with myself, making sure that I talk to myself as I would a good friend. That's sort of a piece of advice that I've taken on and really utilized in my life and seen it improve the relationship that I have with myself. It gives me a really strong foundation and base for all of my woes and my troubles, as well as my successes and the celebrating that I want to do. So my practice at this point in my life is to remember to talk to myself as I would a good friend. So when I run into a problem and I'm frustrated and I'm disappointed, I have a challenge or whatever it is that's laying in front of me, if I hear self-criticism creep up, I correct that self-criticism and I quite literally go to the mirror and look at myself in the eye and I say the things to myself that I would to a good friend were they the ones that were saying those self-critical things about themselves in that situation. And what I've found that's been most beneficial about this process is that I am never without a good friend. I am never without a word of encouragement. I am always supported and always cared for. And it gives me the opportunity to spend a lot more time having faith in self rather than trust in others. Faith in self and trust in others really just translates to trust in others being the idea that I'm only okay when other people tell me that I'm okay, and that I go looking and waiting and searching for other people to tell me that I'm okay and to tell me who I am. That can be a really, really rocky river to ride on. Faith in self says that I'm okay no matter what's happening outside of me. So paying attention to the relationship that I have with myself, being kind to myself, bringing compassion and empathy into the relationship that I have with myself creates that foundation of faith in self. I find it to be a rewarding and consistent way for me to live and has really encouraged a lot of success in my relationships outside of myself as well. As I practice those things within myself, it's much easier to access them and practice them with the people around me. So there is, again, another tip for you to increase and expand your relationships outside of yourself, but first by going within and making sure that the relationship there is being taken care of and nurtured.